What's up, YouTube? So today we're going to be doing Alive by Krewella, if I can say that twice. Alive by Krewella. Kind of the reason I wanted to go through this was I had a lot of fun doing some of these EDM covers recently, and that was like one of the first songs that I heard that was more melodic, kind of poppy, and I really liked it. Basically, what I did is I listened through the song a couple times, and then I pulled up some just basic chord sheets. Ultimate Guitar is great. I'll link that in the description. But I honestly didn't even need to do that because the chords are E minor, C, G, and D. So it's pretty straightforward. I know that this sounds a little bit low, so if I was to sing this, it'd be like, let's make this fleeting moment last forever. And it's a little lower than I would like to go for. So I'm gonna try to put it up a capo on the 4th fret. Let's make this fleeting moment last forever. So tell me what you're waiting for. I'm gonna keep it frozen here forever. There's no regretting anymore. It sounds like kind of where I would like it, so I'm gonna push forward from there. The hard part at this point is kind of figuring out the strumming pattern and like how I want to build and construct the song, because I don't always sing it the exact same way or the exact same structure a lot of times. So let's kind of see where the chorus sits at. All alone, just a beat inside my soul. Take me home, where my dreams are made of gold, in the zone where the beat is uncontrolled. I know what it feels like. Come on, make me feel alive. Come on, make me feel alive. So basically, I was going to say I was going to just do the chorus all in downstrokes because I like the way that it sounded better, and I felt that doing up and downstrokes were going to make it too fast. So I was playing it kind of like, all alone, just a beat inside my soul. Take me home, where my dreams are made of gold, in the zone. So it was more like fluid. It had a nice kind of beat to it. It was really chuggy, but the thing about it was the verse, the way that it played into it, it sounded too much the same. So like it was really stagnant, and I figured out that if I played up and down strokes with it, I could kind of break it up a little bit, and it made it sound more like of a build up in a chorus than of just the verse again. So I'll show you kind of the two examples. So no lights to break when you're hanging by faith. You know what it feels like when you're dancing by. See how it just kind of like flows through. The guitar doesn't change, and it's kind of boring. Instead, I decided to switch it up a little bit, and I'm probably going to screw this up the first time, but we'll see what happens. So it goes, no lights break when you're hanging by faith. You know what it feels like when you're dancing blind, all alone, just a beat inside my soul. Take me home, where my dreams are made of gold, in the zone where the beat is uncontrolled. I know what it feels like. Come on, make me feel alive. So you get this like kind of more fluidy, chuggy breakdown kind of part almost. Those are all words that probably don't go together. Just how I would explain it. So put all that together. I like the way that that feels. And then obviously the second verse, another chorus. That's pretty much exactly the same, so I don't have to worry about like running through that. I can just go into recording. I guess we'll break here and go into the actual recording part of this. So, okay, so now we're in Ableton. This is where I do all my recording. This song, I have no idea what the BPM is, which is beats per minute. So right now we're in kind of like a default template. My production template is way different than this. This is just super stripped down, a couple audio tracks just to record into. And my BPM right now is at 140, so we're just gonna see how fast this is. Make sure my audio is right. All right, so we're just gonna see how fast this is real quick, and see if that works for us. All right, so that's way too fast. Drum down to like 130. And then one of the things I like to do for this is put the metronome on an eighth, so it's going to play for every eighth note instead of every quarter note. So you get double the amount of clicks. It's just a little bit easier to follow along, especially if you're doing guitar. Personally, I find, especially if you're doing like up and down strumming, it helps that timing stay a little bit more even. It's obviously not going to be perfect unless you're spending a lot of time on doing this. But if you're just trying to do a quick cover song, it'll get you in the close range where it'll sound right. And that's really the important part, is it sounds right, right. So let's try this again. All right, that's good. It's a little bit too fast, and I like to play a little bit slower than the actual song. I'm going to say the song's probably about 130 because it sounds about the right speed. Maybe like a BPM here or there. I'm going to drop it down to 125 for this. Just makes it a little bit easier to do acoustic-y stuff. Oops, as I'm throwing my pick all over the room. So I'm going to record some stuff, and we will be back. All right, so now I have things on the screen that are recordings. No, so I did super basic recording on this. I did guitar, and then I did 2 different vocal tracks. Right here, I'm showing you the guitar part. I just threw a couple compressors on it to even out the tone a little bit, and I threw a Valhalla room on to give a nice reverb and some good resonance. Outside of that, I did my vocal, like a really basic vocal chain. I had to separate the vocal tracks because the way that the breathing's done in the actual song, it just makes singing it as one person a little awkward, and I guess that's why they have 2 people. But yeah, so I did one track. I would sing like 2 lines and then breathe for 2 lines, and then sing 2 lines and breathe for 2 lines. So that's kind of what this back and forth is here. So I'd sing these 2, and then I wouldn't sing here, and I'd sing these 2, and I just did one long take for that. And then I would cut up all the breaths so that we're getting rid of all that weird dead space in case there's background noises or breathing that we don't want in there. So I did that. Sorry, I have like hiccups or something. And then I'd put a plate reverb on it, and then for my EQ, I did a really basic EQ. I just cut out the low end. So I know for myself, kind of the mic setup that I have and what I've been working with for a while, I have it tuned in well enough that I don't really do a whole lot of EQing on my vocals when it's a cover anyways. I'll get a little bit extra into stuff when I'm doing like my own solo projects, but I'll just cut out like right about 200, and the reason I do that is get rid of all those bad resonances on that low end, and makes this whole vocal sound a little bit brighter because you're getting rid of all that bass. I mean, you'll still hear it because there's like a good mid section right here. Obviously, like 2 to 500 sounds really nice. So you don't want to get rid of too much. It'll just cut the tone out completely. And then for the plate, I do a really short decay and a really small mix. That just gives it a little bit of room to breathe without like sounding like I'm in the cathedral, I guess. So, I mean, you can make these as complicated or simple as you want. I like to just really highlight the piano and the guitar, make it really just like stripped down and as basic as possible. I mean, I'll add drums to it here and there and maybe add guitar and piano, but in the process of doing that, I really want to just give that like
stripped acoustic feel, no matter how I'm doing my covers. So if you guys have any other questions, please feel free to comment below again and let me know. Subscribe to my channel if you like this video, if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one.